Hey, some friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Symptomistic, like optimistic, but make it Sims if you are new here. And we are on episode 6 of the Family Dynamics Challenge. We are starting off with a little gardening. Scarlett has been working right up until her due date. If you have not seen the last episode, first off, what are you doing? Because Scarlett had a whole beautiful wedding and you missed it. But go to the playlist below in the link in the description. For those of you that are into playing the challenges by the book, I wanted to show you that Scarlett is taking care of her gardening activities. She's not just focused on family and cooking, but that is her primary focus. She does little gardening on the side. But when I tell you Scarlett is working right up until she goes into labor, like she is actually going into labor right now, but she is cooking, it's clearing her mind, it's relaxing, and she's going to have an at-home birth, so she feels like this works just fine. So we will check in post-delivery. Is the day after delivery, and normally people don't always have guests over right after they give birth, but Scarlett and Megan have like kind of an awkward relationship. Scarlett and Megan were really close, and then after rumors were flying about Scarlett getting into that fight, people in the building knew. Her friend kind of was like, look, that's not how you should be behaving, and Scarlett didn't take it well. So that kind of created some distance between her and Megan. And then Megan found out that she had a baby and she really wanted to support her friend. And so she kind of just showed up, and now her and Scarlett are going to have like a serious talk. They are starting off with a hug, which is good. And Megan is going to essentially say, oh, I don't know why we need to know about scholarships, but Megan is going to essentially say, like, I was really looking out for you. And Scarlett was just like, listen, this lady has been kind of a gossip and a troublemaker. And Megan's kind of like, I understand that, but like, I know you want to be a chef superstar. You want people to know your name, and you have to be professional even when you're not at work, unfortunately. And Scarlett's just like, yeah, I understand that you were looking out for me. I just was kind of in my feelings at the moment, but I hope we can go back to being closer friends, which is good. But wait, I kind of skipped over the baby, and clearly so has Miguel, because he's out here snorkeling. Like, they don't have a little kid that needs attention too. But this has been a lot on Miguel as well, just moving to this new location, making sure everyone in the house is good. So it has been a lot, and they're just both Scarlett and Miguel are just taking their moments as they can. But I didn't tell you, the new baby's name is Martin. Now, I am uncertain whether he is going to be the founder of the next generation or just the next generation, whatever you want to call it. I'm uncertain. See, I've been struggling. These babies been floating. And honestly, I don't really care about them as babies at this particular time. I know you guys feel me, so they're just gonna float and no cribs. But yeah, so I'm not sure if Martin is going to be the start of the next generation. Scarlett has to have other kids because currently she only has 2 kids right now. Let me know in the comments whether you think the firstborn should be the next generation, or we should wait to see if we have more kids. Well, definitely we're going to have more kids, but wait to see if the next group of kids, 1 or 2, I'm not sure if it's going to be 1 or 2, are the next generation. We can also do it based on personality. So just let me know in the comments. And Miguel is really having a good time. He's like, this is why I moved to Sulani, so I could be out here swimming and snorkeling, and the weather is lovely in the spring, and even in the winter the weather's pretty good. So he's running on water to get back to his baby. I I don't really know what that's about. Like, okay, next scene, guys. So it is time to do some aging up. So we are aging Illiana up into a teenager. Now, for her personality, I wanted to make her a little awkward, Like, she is shy. She's not really the top of the totem pole in high school, but she's not really the bottom. Like, she has friends. She knows how to make friends and socialize. But she is a little unflirty. She is a little shy. She's probably more into computers and things like that than actual people. So I wanted to find something that reflected that, but still making her like cute and cool, because we don't really want any ugly Sims on this channel. No, do we? I mean, let me know in the comments if you guys want to see some ugly Sims. I can make something happen. But yeah, we're gonna just make her cute and like give her some jeans, like this polo. I just thought her style came out cute. I also didn't want to do too much because this was a sim that I did not create myself. It was already in, I think, Sweetie Writes save file. So I just wanted to do some little tweaks, but treat it differently than I was making my own sim. I also thought it would be fun to give her bangs. I haven't really done a lot of sims with bangs, and I just thought that was a little different. And even though that's an in-game hair, sometimes she wears glasses, sometimes she doesn't. So yeah, she's a little covered up. When she goes to the beach, she's not a fan of being pretty naked. So also when I create sims, I try to make sure that their clothing is reflective of where they currently live, not just like where they may go out, but I wanted it to fit Sulani and what that style kind of looks like in the winter. But I also aged up Martin. You know, they grow up so fast. So I wanted to make sure he looked like Scarlett and Miguel and give him some cute outfits, just some fun to look at. I feel like I don't spend too much time on the toddlers because they grow up, and I feel like it's more important how they look as teens into adults. But I wanted him to be a cute toddler, and so that's what we did. I don't know how much swimming this toddler is going to be doing, but he does live in Sulani. So we'll see. I love his little hat. It is just a regular Thursday where Miguel and Martin are getting some quality time and they're watching some TV. I think they read some books. Just wanted to check in on that. It's the morning, and Miguel and Scarlett are both on family leave still, spending more time around the house and enjoying it because, again, they not too recently moved here, so they're still getting the lay of the land and just enjoying their space. Meanwhile, in the other room, let's check in on Scarlett. She is actually throwing up, so I'm pretty sure that means that, she's pregnant again. Yeah. I mean, look at her stomach. I think she's pregnant again. Lots of babies very quickly, but this is Scarlett's dream. This is what she's always wanted, a family of her own, a big family of her own, and I hope she's ready for it. I thought it would be fun to give Illiana some screen time of her own now that she is a teenager. So I want to introduce you to Duke, which is her crush. She's actually had a crush on him since she was a kid. I mean, she was just a kid. So they still lived here in Sulani, and she had a crush on him. And so she is spending some time talking to him. She feels a little awkward, but she's happy that he seems to think she's cool. He's into a lot of things like she is into, like video games and stuff like that. So they have a lot in common, and she's currently talking to him on this hill because she doesn't really want her dad to see. She feels like he's overly protective and things are difficult enough that she doesn't really want her father to get in the middle of it. So she's kind of, I wouldn't say she's sneaking because it's not like she's not allowed to talk to boys, but her dad's antennas kind of go up when she is socializing with boys. So that's why she's kind of downhill on this hill. Y'all remember Scarlett's friend Chloe, who they went to Oasis Springs together? Chloe still lives in the city, but she asked Scarlett to come to her house and visit. So I'm excited that Scarlett is kind of in her old stomping grounds, even though she's pregnant and she's a little stressed. But I think Scarlett really wanted to feel like herself again, just what her life looked like without this family before everything started to happen so quickly. And it's nice to spend time with Chloe. Chloe was kind of like, girl, I'm not coming out there to Sulani. Like, if Megan wants to do that, that's cool, but I'm not going to do that. And so one tricky thing about Chloe is she kind of lives with the ops. Like, she lives with Eric, and she lives with, I can't remember the lady's name who Scarlett got into a fight with, but I think they're all roommates. Like, you can see Eric's right there in the other room. So this will also be the first time that Scarlett has seen Eric since she's gotten married and had her first child, and now she's with her second child. And it's a little awkward for Scarlett. Scarlett keeps telling herself like she is so far beyond the situation with Eric. Oh girl, she's throwing up in other people's toilets. Okay. She is so far beyond the situation with Eric and all these bad dates that she used to go on in the city. But there's a part of her that's still kind of scarred from these bad interactions. I'm just looking around their apartment because I never got the chance to look at this apartment since this is my first time playing with the save file, and it's really cute. And it looks like Scarlett and Eric are off to a good start. They had a hug and it wasn't too awkward, so now they're gonna sit here and chit chat a little bit. And Eric is like, it's cool that you have grown into this like different woman. I don't even really recognize you. And Scarlett makes a joke like, hey, well, we kind of only went on one real date and you were being kind of weird. And Eric is like, yeah, I just think you wanted something way more serious than I did, and I'm glad you were able to find that. And Scarlett is just like, me too, Scarlett's in a good mood, so she's not gonna sweat Eric or worry about like what he thinks. She came to see Chloe, she came to be back in her element, so that's what she's gonna do. Scarlett and Chloe chat some more, and then they go over to grab some food that the guys made because everybody's really hungry, and it may not be up to Scarlett's normal taste, but she enjoyed it, especially because she has been waiting to eat for a while. And this trip to the city has put Scarlett in some deep thought. She wants to get back to part of who she was and be the chef, girl master that she always dreamed of. And so she's like, once this baby comes out, I am going back to the grind. I think I'm only gonna have 3 kids and just leave it at that so I can get back to this while I'm still young. It's getting closer to delivery time, and is it me or does Scarlett's belly look a little bigger than it did the last time? Maybe she's having more than one baby. I know that was not her plan, but I don't know. I don't know if we can tell in the game based on their bellies. Maybe this just means like she's about to have her child, but I think there's more than one baby coming. I just want to take the time to thank everyone for watching this video, especially if you are a sim friend and have been part of this for day one. I have a lot of fun stuff planned for the channel, but you guys have been going off about Scarlett, so we're just going to keep these videos coming. And if you are new here and you like this kind of cozy, relaxed, sometimes funny, sometimes dramatic, always emotionally rich storyline, definitely subscribe. We are coming to the end of this episode. Scarlett was reading literally right up until she gave birth, and she had a bit of a rough birth at home, but she is giving birth. So to see about the babies, tune in to the next episode. I'm symptomistic, like optimistic, but make it Sims. Bye, some friends.